All right, so here it is. This is my debt snowball. It is September 1st. I'm kind of excited, a little bit terrified, mostly when looking at how long things are going to take. But, it was going to take a lot longer if I didn't do it. This 160 months here puts me at January of 2031, about 13 years from now. Up here you see I've put in all my debts. If you watch my first video, excuse me, you saw that we both had credit card debt. We were paying $500 a month each, my wife and I. So we decided to continue doing that $500 a month, combine that to $1,000. Tara's undergraduate was $85. So we kind of created a little snowball before. Our undergraduate loans, my truck, and our graduate loans. Here's interest that we're going to pay on those loans if we just continued to do these payments here. So by doing the debt snowball and paying one off and then taking that payment amount and putting it down here and then taking this combined one and putting it here, we're pretty much going to save ourselves 97 months of payments and almost $18,000. Now, that's not motivating in itself. I don't really know what is. This 63 months puts me right at about December 2022. So just for 2023, something I can definitely handle. It's about the time of getting a graduate degree. It's a long light. The light's far away, but there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. If we look at how this works out, here is the total time. So up top here, you see we have my debts. These correspond to right here, these number 5. And then they pretty much show you how your payments are going to be applied to knock off all your debts. This first debt, Tara's graduate loan, is going to take us about 5 months, which is actually kind of nice to see this as well, because you can evaluate when you're going to have these things paid off in the worst case scenario. So I'm looking at something every single year to look forward to. This first one I'm going to get rid of quick, hopefully by January of 18. 18 months from now, my undergraduate loans will be paid in like March-ish. Then my truck, looking at about 2020 for my truck. I hope to pay that off a little bit quicker. I'm actually trying to look for a more affordable truck that I could use for work. That's why I have to keep this huge payment right now, because I do need it for work. So if I can find something cheaper, maybe a used vehicle, I don't necessarily need a brand new vehicle. And I now know that, something I didn't know a year and a half ago when I got my truck. Then I'll work on my graduate loans. These are both private school loans for my wife and I. And Tara went to Columbia, so it's a pretty good chunk of change there. How much was that? Currently, right now, that's just about $20,000. So she's looking to pay that off in the year 2021, November, 50 months from today. So that will be our 2021 payoff. And then boom goes the dynamite. 63 months from now, December 2022, we should have that done. We already, if you think this goes along the lines of Dave Ramsey's baby steps, we've already completed step 1. We actually have a lot of money in the bank, probably more than we need. We probably could use some of our savings that's sitting in cash to help knock these down. With our baby on the way, we really don't know what our life is in store for. So we're keeping those couple months. Don't know if my wife's going to be able to go back to work, things like that. So we kind of built a bigger emergency fund now. After the baby's born, after we get going on this a couple months, we'll be better able to evaluate what our living situation is and get down to those proper emergency funds. Also, I know there's going to be some people out there that say, why don't you do the debt avalanche as opposed to the debt snowball? I'll do a full explanation video of that so this doesn't drag out for too long. And also I'll talk about any investments I have. I also have 401ks that my wife and I are both putting into still. We haven't knocked those down. That's a possibility, something we're going to think of. But here we are, September 1st. First payments are all paid. 1 month has been scratched off the list. That's going down. Around September 15th, I'll be able to reevaluate my overall net worth. If you saw in my first video, it was roughly about minus 24,000 was my net worth. So hoping to see that change. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. If you want to continue to follow me on my journey, please subscribe to the channel. Have a great day, guys, and stay focused.